May is National Salad Month, so today we are going to celebrate by making this delicious kale crunch salad. It has shredded kale, a bunch of other veggies, as well as dried cranberries and crunchy pumpkin seeds, and it's got a beautiful balsamic vinaigrette. This is a whole food, plant-based, oil-free recipe, and you will never miss the oil, I promise. You can eat as much of this as you want. It's so filling, it's so delicious, a little sweet, a little tangy, a little crunchy. You're gonna love this, so let's get started. We've got 4 cups of a shredded kale and Brussels sprout mixture with a little bit of red cabbage and some matchstick carrots. You may be able to find a mix that has this, or you can always shred it yourself. But you don't have to use this exact mix. I just liked this mixture of kale and Brussels sprouts. And then we have 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and about 1.5 tablespoons of maple syrup. This is the classic forks over knives, oil-free 3-2-1 balsamic dressing. And it is delicious. It's sweet, it's tangy, and you will never miss the oil. But I am also going to add to it about a clove of chopped garlic and some sliced red onion. So I'll add that in after I mix those. And then we also are going to be adding some raw pumpkin seeds, but you could do toasted, and some dried cranberries, and then a little bit of salt and pepper. If you want, you can leave that out. It's just as delicious with the acid and the balsamic vinegar. You don't even really need to add that if you do not want to. Let's go ahead and start putting our salad together. So the first thing we're going to do is make the dressing in the bottom of the larger bowl. So we're gonna add our maple syrup, add our Dijon mustard, and the reason we're going to do this first is so that we don't dirty another dish. We can just make it right in the bottom of the big salad bowl because we're mixing the dressing in right away. So we're gonna mix this up. And when I did a lot of kids cooking classes, we kind of tell them instead of going around in a circle, really go back and forth to mix it. So that's just a little tip to get the dressing incorporated. Then what I'm going to do is add my fresh garlic, and I love adding fresh garlic and onion because it's so healthy for you. And when you add it into the vinegar, it kind of takes the bite of the onion and the garlic away a little bit without having to cook it and lose all the beneficial compounds in the onion and the garlic. So now I'm gonna add the onion and I'm gonna mix that in. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a second and mellow out. And so a lot of times I will even pickle onions and add them to salads. And the only thing I do to pickle onions is let them sit in with a little bit of vinegar for a few minutes before I add them to the salad. I like white vinegar, I like apple cider vinegar, red wine vinegar. But in this case, I'm just adding it directly to this oil-free dressing, so it kind of acts the same way. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add the salad mixture, so our kale crunch salad mixture, and I'm just gonna kind of toss that around, and so it's well incorporated. And as this sits, like if it needs to sit for a day or so, it's gonna be totally fine because it's just gonna continue breaking down and softening the kale fibers. You won't wanna, if you have a salad with lettuce, you don't really wanna put the dressing on right away if you're not gonna eat it right away because the lettuce will become mushy. But the kale is going to hold up nicely. All right, so that's well incorporated. You can see here. All right, and we're going to add our pumpkin seeds and our dried cranberries. So just adds a little bit of tartness and sweetness and a little more crunch. And that's really it. That's all you have to do. Now, if you want to, you can add a little bit of salt and pepper. I love adding a good amount of pepper because pepper actually helps your body suck up all the vitamins and nutrients in the vegetables you're using. So I love to add pepper, and then I'm just gonna add a tad salt, not too much. Mix that up, and we've got this beautiful salad. So let's take a bite and try it out. Oh my gosh, so good. A little sweet, a little tangy, a little crunchy. It's delicious. So happy National Salad Month, and I hope you enjoy this.